never came the first time. And if you never came the first time, and you didn't come at all, then all of this preaching in the name of God, ignoring the ministry of Jesus Christ, is in vain. All your theological arguments and debates, your churches, and your billions of dollars you spent on your religious houses is in vain. There is not to be left one stone of this religious, economic, theological building that we have built that's not going to be thrown along. Wall Street's coming down. The Red House is coming down. The White House is coming down. Children, your kingdoms are coming down. Whatever you may be throughout the world, makes no difference what your little behavior, your race, or your social standing, or your economics, or your political mindset, or your great human achievements, they're all coming down. Thus saith the Lord. It will come down when He comes down. He will destroy the wicked with the brightness of His coming. Glory be to God. Come, Lord Jesus, come. Lord Jesus, come. As I turned my face to the wall, that was one of my favorite scriptures that took me through those 77 days. Day after day, laying alone, solitary confinement. The only thing that happens to use the telephone and that was such a careful to me. I can keep in touch with the things that were going on here at the community, and my, what things are going on. Constitutionally, yet God was able to preserve a small group who stay here with us, and they're still here. Some of them have gone and come and gone, but God still preserving them. And sometimes, soon, some of them are going to be gone, and they will not find their way back. The door is going to be shut. The door of Christ is going to be shut. God told me that over 20 years ago, 27, 28 years ago, that once the United States and the Soviet Union, once we enter into that final period of time that we have come to know to be the Great Tribulation, ending with the last 45 days, which will be the Great Tribulation. These are days that will come out of Great Tribulation. He told me that by the time that time has come, that the United States and the Soviet Union would be non-entity. Don't talk about a cold war between the United States and Russia. It's not going to be, because the United States and Russia and the Soviet Union are non-existent. They have no more power. They are being amalgamated, being broken down. When the first thing God did to bring down the Soviet Union was just disintegrate it, just divide it up. The Soviet Union is no more Soviet Union. Out of it came the Russian bear. The bear that's mentioned in the book of Daniel, stamping out all the residue that's resisting them. Oh my God, where are you at, America? Where are you at, man? Where are you at who say you love God and you don't love the truth and you won't face the reality? We are going to be tried out by fire. In the United States, we're not a United Nations. United States are not. We're so divided. Mr. Obama made it very clear when he became president. We are not a Christian nation. If you're a Christian nation, you're one. You're not divided. There's no divisions in Christ. The Christian church in America is not the Christian church. It's divided. It's separate. It's put into tares and bonds. How many times do I got to tell you about? When are you going to believe that? This is the end of the world. He will send first His reapers and gather first the tares. My God, do you realize how much our denominations and our doctrines of love are tearing the church apart, tearing the unity apart? The tares. speaker on this broadcast that goes forth every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, reaching every nation every hour. Our contact information for you to write with your questions, your comments, your opinions. Just write to the Overcomer. The Overcomer. Post Office Box 691 in Walterboro, 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 South Carolina. And the zip code is 29488, USA. If you'd like to contact us immediately, you may call this number. The telephone number is entered by an answer machine, and you're going to leave your question, your comment, or your opinion. The phone number is US code 1-813-701-5053. You may call that number 24 hours a day. Our website, very informative. We have a radio schedule on there. We have downloads there. We have contact page there. We have pictures of our community on the website. You can locate us on the web at www.overcomerministry.org. Our email address is very simple. You just write to last time. That's last, S-T-I-M-E. Last time at overcomerministry.org. Do your very best to hear this prophet whenever you are able, because we are on the air 7 days a week, 20 hours a day, 30 hours a day. A good shortwave radio will bring us in day and night. Now, my friends, the message that I proclaim to this generation and to mankind is the final message. The kingdom of heaven is at hand, and the gospel of the kingdom being preached into all the world, to every nation, as a witness and a proclamation before the coming of Christ is been accomplished. This day, in this scripture, they fulfill in you. Stay tuned. We continue on broadcasting. You stay with us as much as you can. And remember, this is the last generation, and Jesus Christ is coming in our lifetime. Maranatha. Listen to the Overcomer Radio broadcast. This is Brother Stair. You will stay tuned as much as you can and listen as often as you will. Just remember our message is constant and insistent. This is the last generation. Jesus Christ is coming in your lifetime. Prepare to meet your God. Maranatha. Baptist Church, Methodist Church, Roman Catholic Church, oh, this is the Christian Church. No, we have more. Oh, with this man out here to believe in Christ. That's not Jesus the Christ. Many will come and say, He is Lord, but not the Lord Jesus. They're rejecting Jesus. They're rejecting the only way of peace, the only way of righteousness, the only way of hope. They're rejecting Him. But really we come their crying, the Jewish nation over there, saying that God sent them back and He did. He gives them another opportunity to receive and then to answer the sinner, and they want to go through out of the temple and go back to the animal sacrifices and say, where is the sacrifice of Jesus Christ? For the wickedness of the people of God, America, who God allowed to come up with the vision, one nation under God, and that, can you believe it? This president, when he quoted that preamble the other day, he refused to say one nation under God. What in the world? What is this? Can exalt himself above all that is called God. You're not going to some other God that is. You're going to rise up above and be a God to yourself. This nation's going to be turned into hell. And now we have the ability. Why would you Ebola, so-called Ebola situation that's developed in Africa, why would it be a threat to America? I mean, aren't we the finest medical profession in the world? I was listening to a man talking about how many people have been going to our hospitals and coming out with diseases, and some even dying because of the germs that's been transferred to them in medical instruments in the surgery. Oh, my God. And you pass out, oh, he says, don't go to the doctor. And they say, go? Huh? And when God says you have no healing remedy, you have no cure? Well, we don't believe that. I know. They believe that rather than God. They serve the God of this world rather than the God of heaven who spoke. Did you know that God said you have no healing medicine? Did you know that God said in 45 years, many medicines, you're cured for cancer? Oh, you got a cure for everything, don't you? You got an antibiotic. Well, now they're telling us that the antibiotics can't even be destroyed because of the power of these viruses. They can't destroy these things in the body. They mess with the body. They change it up. And the most of all, they mess with the heart. And with the heart you believe, and with the mouth you make confession. And anybody that believes and makes a confession with the mouth, we want to stop them. Talked yesterday about how some people are trying to have prayer in a restaurant in a mall in Providence, Georgia, and they sat down to eat, and the people who run the mall said, you're not allowed to prayer here. You ever remember when our great big old nation had a big old lawsuit, and we allowed the Congress and the Senate and the Supreme Court to overrule prayer in the Bible school, in school, and the reading? When I was a boy, with all kinds of nationalities and races and religions, we went to school, and our teacher would get up and read a chapter from the Bible, and then we would pray. Oh, what historic event it was when they banned the Bible reading in the schools and command our children no longer to pray. And you think that God sits back and says, okay, you wish you were no way. You left God, America. You want not God. You Buddhists, you Hindus, you black race, you white race. You think you are something according to your flesh. And you're despicable. And you're disgusting. Lovers of your own self. Patriotism, lovers of your own nation. Oh, God, have mercy on us. All I can tell you, that when I turned my face to the wall one night, my soul was crying within me. But, hey, 10 years ago, I was right around 70. Right around 70 years old. I'd met the dead generation time period, hadn't I? Is this the enemy, Lord? I mean, what in the world are you doing keeping this old man alive? Why am I still talking to the people up there in Boston, in New York, and around the world? And why are you sitting there listening to me? Are you getting mad? Because I'm telling you, my friends, I'm warning you to flee from the wrath to come. Where do we obtain harvest of the earth? For sin has come down unto you, having great wrath. Why is he raging so emphatically now with destruction, with diseases and war and famine and pestilence? Why? Because he only had a short time. If you remember when Judas betrayed the Lord and Satan entered into him, the Lord said, now you better go do what you're going to do, and do it quickly. You don't understand that God has given Satan this right to come down here and make war? And he's making war with the saints. He's fighting those who have faith in Jesus Christ, who believe that God and God alone is the answer to mankind. He's making war with the saints. He's prevailing. We're in a fight. I was thinking about that yesterday. You think you're going to pass the religion? Keep the faith? No! You don't have to fight, Paul. When he came to the end of his life, right to the end, he said, I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. And I've often said, if he'd have stopped with just those two things, he'd have missed it. He'd have missed about 10,000 miles. But he climaxed it by saying, I have kept the faith. Not faith in himself, but faith in God. I watch this belligerent, arrogant, iniquitous spirit stand right in your face and say, I'm just acting, and the devil still believes. For all these time periods where God has defeated him day after day, hour after hour, he still says, I'm going to exalt myself above the Most High God. I'm going to call God a liar, and I'm going to be true. I'm going to present myself as an angel of light, and these people out here